the recording. There we go.
Okay,
So
let me
you may
redo that again then.
Hmm.
The police are going everywhere, getting warrants, going to houses, getting shot. It's fun.
Does either Alexander or John react to this in any way?
Don't just look at
You
him
exactly
and
what are you talking
don't
about?
care.
The police!
To the police running around killing people?
No, at least not at first. They're running around and getting shot at by panicky people. That kind of stuff. So, they're getting very, very active in this area. There's a lot of mysterious things going around here.
Yay.
So I made a named
think-
police investigator. I'm considering adding a dot of true fate to his sheet at this point. What's his
Why?
intelligence? Oh, it's 2. And I didn't intend him to be essentially... Not
Well,
yet.
do you
not
wish
with
to roll a
that-
die? Do you
You
wish to
could
roll a
always
die
make him an actual capital H hunter rather than just a true fate hunter.
Shush. Shush, shush, shush. Let's see. Not with that nature. If he gets enough more shocks, enough to the point where his nature would change as a result, then he will probably get something that's compatible with true faith and a dot of that, but not yet. Not over just a
Okay.
couple of schlachta, not with that nature.
Don't say to Satan, you know, if you told me that the terror that I am spreading is good when I was not in punishment, I would be very happy.
It'll come off eventually. Then you can be happy again. For now, accept your punishment.
Also, have the barrels arrived?
You don't know, you haven't been outside yet.
Yes, I'm going outside and checking if the barrels have arrived.
I help you, I'm hungry.
Not quite yet. It might be another 15-20 minutes.
Well, I'm going back inside again.
Alright.
Creating 2 Vitae infusions, by the way.
Alright.
Don't stay near the main entrance on inside the mansion on a corner sitting, waiting, not feeling anything.
Okay, in that case, some 15 minutes later, you do see the cars pull up. Or the truck, rather.
I was going to say that Malkavian figures that we should probably get to work on getting some ghouls set up then.
Mm-hmm.
And disappears from the scene.
Alright.
I just say, Alexander,
He is now in the sky.
truck is here.
What did you say?
The truck is here. The blood one.
Okay, let's bring the blood inside, shall we?
You would have already spent the Vitae infusions.
I didn't spend them. I just spent 2 blood points on creating 2 more Vitae infusions.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. Then, John. First, you, Alexander. Make me a roll, and John, you catch Alexander chanting over a bowl full of his own blood.
10... Well, he doesn't know that it's my blood, but yeah.
He can tell
Blood.
it's vampire blood. And there's a bit of it on your wrist, and yes, he can fucking tell. He has aspects, he can tell.
Okay.
Roll for the other one as well, to see if you can hilariously make it explode. As John interrupts you. Or not interrupt you so much as distract you. Come on, watch a Taum roll. Any Taum roll. One of these days, force enough rolls and they will roll enough ones.
Hey
Yeah,
Alexander, what are you doing?
I'm creating. I am infusing Vitae into these trinkets. Point at the dime.
Oh, dimes, is it? He's a
Yes,
rich
it's the
one,
size of a
isn't
dime.
he?
I proceed to put it in a pouch I carry around my neck.
Alright, so that's how you carry them. Good to know. Excellent.
He just goes to take the blood.
Mm-hmm. Alright, in that case, you need to make a strength check at difficulty 8 because you do not have photons. If you try to move them as is, it's gonna be extremely difficult and there's a chance you'll fuck it up.
Can I buff my strength a little bit?
If you buff to 4, then you can move them. It'll take some time, but you won't have to roll for it.
Yeah, I will buff to 4.
And I'm gonna say that Anton would very much like to have a great deal of that blood because he has aggravated damage to heal still.
Yes, I would.
So, I know you're a greedy little bitch, Alexander, but chillax, right? It's not time for you to fill up yet.
So can I take like 9 of blood? That's enough.
You do know, Bacon, that you have a guy who's low on blood and wounded with aggravated, right? Don't be greedy.
Alright. I take 7.
Okay, you dive into one of the barrels and empty it.
No, 6 to fill the one line.
Okay. 6 then, that leaves 9. So, Alexander, Anton, you stand before the barrels of blood.
How much blood? How much blood did you say Bacon took?
6.
He took most of one barrel.
Okay. I'm not there yet. I probably was. It takes at least 10 minutes to do that. Do the
Given
chanting.
the
So.
time that it takes to actually for that to arrive and for the Bacon to drain that, you arrive as he's finishing his drink.
Okay.
And
Anton is arriving at the same time as well, I guess.
He could be, or he could have been there earlier, actually. No, he's gonna arrive at more or less the same time. The Schlachta is still groaning and clutching at its belly, by the way.
I'm going to examine the Schlachta to see if he's to see how badly hurt he is. Like,
Okay.
not actually going to roll anything, just see if he's dying or not.
You can't tell, because I don't believe you have medicine, and you do see several bullet wounds.
What did you say? Several what?
Bullet wounds.
Okay.
As in pew pew, oh my god, they shot me!
Also, I'm going to ask Anton to check his wounds if he can do something about them.
Anton, you see Alexander looking over a Schlachta. Now is your chance. Would you like to dive into the full barrel? Anton is pretty cold and logical, and he would know that he needs blood. I would say that he would claim one of the barrels for his own at this point.
I'm going to drain. Then I'm going to drain the rest of the blood in the other barrel.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Anton goes up by 7 points, and you can take the... well, 2 that are left.
Okay. I'll be taking those 2 points.
Okay. Blood has been divided up. You would think that 15 points per night is more than anyone could ever need, but somehow you manage.
Somehow.
Yes, indeed. So, as we prepare to wrap up, you have a call to make to Sally to explain what happened, because she will...
Yes, I'm going to call Sally.
Yes, hello, listening.
So, would you want to come? Also, I'm going to have definitely going to tell Anton to patch up the living Schlachter's wounds as best as possible.
Sure. I'm not sure that Anton would give a fuck, but sure, you tell him. Yes, I'm listening. Who is this? God damn it.
This is Alexander Turner here. We
Oh,
were, as I feared, we were indeed attacked.
uh-huh.
And sadly, as you also expected, one of the Schlachter was killed.
Of course. Of course they were. So that's a major boon you owe me.
I said 2 of them, but yes, I will agree with the major boon. 2 of the Schlachter this, but but yes. Anton is currently patching up the surviving one.
Mm-hmm. The surviving one. So what happened? What did a Camarilla try to do?
Well, apparently it wasn't. Apparently they said it was. Apparently it seems to have been a police officer that started the shooting. But the attack was, however, driven off.
It was a police officer.
Well, we found the remains of his clothes on the floor next to the surviving Schlachter.
Well, torn up body, but close enough.
Well, yeah, his remains.
I see. So, you got one of my Schlachter killed because you were too incompetent to deal with mortal attention on your own.
The reason I asked for the Schlachter was because because Anton had gone and killed the daylight defenders. Otherwise, I would not have asked anything of you.
Yes, you are so good at making excuses, aren't you? Well, fair enough. The line is coming over anyway. He can bring the Schlachter back when you're done with your lessons. Just
Of course.
try to get defenders of your own. I'm not sure that it's a worthwhile deal for me to spend my Schlachter on getting favors with you.
Of course. I'm guessing. Goodbye.
Yes, indeed. And as you might or might not be guessing, your street cred with that pack is mostly gone at this point. Except the Malkavian.
The Malkavian went up. He fucking terrifies them now.
Keep
Look,
in
that
mind,
pack over there, it sucks, but they have a seriously messed up Malkavian.
keep in mind, though, that you can take this game in virtually any direction you want. If you want to betray all the Sabbat here and go full Camarilla humanity hippies, you can try to get redeemed and go that way. You can bend the knee to
No, if
Wolfgang.
anything, I'd go. The only thing I could possibly think of us going is asshole anarchs, essentially.
Alexander, think about it. Prince of Toluca.
I like the Sabbat, both in character and out of character.
Yeah, I'm not betraying the Sabbat anytime soon.
You've seen how I play my character. He is not turning into a humanity. Like he's not going back to humanity.
Well-
He's gone too far.
Well, Alexander.
Same here.
So, essentially, sacrifices need to be made whenever you're carving out a new Reich. Clearly, this Mitzi is too weak to control himself properly. You might have to ditch him.
Yeah.
He of all people should know I am not weak.
You're bad at self-control. That is a bad thing.
The path to
That-
princedom is
that is
paved
true.
with corpses. The Mitzi corpses.
Actually, is my
Actually-
self-control even that bad? I think
I'm
I
not
just
going
had
to
a bad
become a
roll.
prince. No. Seriously, no.
Should we actually be affecting our status stat? Just a quick question.
Not yet. I would say that Satan is hovering the very top border of the 1 dot, and the rest of you are hovering around the 1-0 border, more or less. For Anton, that would probably, yeah, it would be a step up, but then you have shown yourself, other than getting into that trouble, as sort of badass as to being able to carve these two up on your own.
So probably just a straight 1 on him then.
No, he managed to get trapped in a police station and earn a life boot. That, after that kind of showing, I don't think he has, in the sum of things,
Oh.
earned one.
That's true.
He looks like he has his good moments, but clearly he has his bad ones as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, I might actually start looking like a respectable priest soon.
Y'all like my character, and you know it.
Oh, I do. I absolutely do. I like all your characters, really. I think you guys are doing a pretty awesome job of making them as characters and actually playing with their personalities.
Okay, so, things learned. So, Alexander, what have we learned?
Well, I have learned that the Malkavian can apparently do crazy shit that not even I knew, and I know a lot about Kindred.
You would know about this kind of stuff on like a intelligence occult roll of difficulty 8 with your 5 dots, I would assume.
I don't think I've heard of any of them affecting being able to see through phones and calls people just like that.
You would be able to roll for it, is what I'm saying, because yes,
Okay.
there would be mentions of it.
Yeah, there'd be mentions of it. It would just
Okay.
be that's a very rare kind of thing.
Yeah. This Malkavian is incredibly powerful. Fear him. Fear him.
Alright.
Again,
Let's
is
put it
there
this
any way I can
I'm happy
salvage?
to have him on my side.
Is there any way I can salvage our relationship?
There are legitimate ways you could always mend bridges.
We're gonna have to.
But
We're gonna have
it
to
takes
rebuild this
work.
bridge. We're gonna have to rebuild this bridge here.
Well, at least you have your other packmates' materials, right? You could always make a bridge.
That'll work. That might work.
Okay, so, John, lessons learned.
He learned what is to be a table. The horrible feeling of someone putting cups and plates over him and
Yes,
put
you
on
have
his
dreams now from the things your aspects picked out through your torpor. Just this faint dark shadow that haunts your dreams. It feels like a cup of some kind. And a vague impression of an elbow resting on your face.
exactly like that.
I love the idea of him having nightmares about how a cup feels.
Okay, Satan, what have we learned?
We have learned much, as we usually do, every session. For example, Alexander really hates Anton. Just hates him so much and would is very much willing for his death.
Don't worry. At least Ashmed's backup plan with the warp induced by a devil gazebo is working fine so far, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Ashmit could probably seduce Anton very easily.
Anton, well, actually, interestingly enough, it depends what he would do, because with feeling less emotion, it might give you a defense against him trying to mind control you,
Yeah, that's true.
but it wouldn't do much else.
Yeah. Honestly, there isn't a warp in this place and there isn't an actual rip in reality, so for him to reach you, like I said, difficulty 9 plus 2 roll with 10 willpower. And even
Yep.
then when the situation is like really appropriate. When you fit his search parameters in his devil Google.
Mhm. Yeah, Anton apparently is pretty damn bad about just being outside. He just needs to stay in. Then
That was
Wow,
very
that went
robotic.
weird. That went really weird fast.
You know, don't worry about it. The Malkavian is gonna bring in some butchers guys to actually give you something to play with.
at the very least, we'll actually have some ghouls to be security.
No, your
Goddamn
bay,
it.
your name is not James anymore. It's Igor. Now repeat after me. Igor is hungry.
Wow,
Oh
that
my
was super robotic.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
You guys are Cylon.
You mean it hasn't been weird all along?
No.
No, I've been hearing pretty well.
Well, it's a good thing we're wrapping up. So, points for badassery. I'm honestly tempted to vote for Anton for that escape attempt, even if it failed. Because it was a damn good effort.
Effort, maybe. That didn't seem very badass to me in any real way, but it was
I
a
did tell
really good
Tom
effort.
that he was very brave before he blew my brains out.
This just sounds like horrible bad decisions in life.
You know, I honestly... Before Epic
I
said
kinda
about
feel-
them assuming that it was like an animal, and me going, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I was gonna have there be like 3 cops there, like step out of their scum. Because, you know, just assuming that it was a person trying to get into the evidence locker for the drugs kept in there or something.
Yeah. I think just... What is that big animal in there? Why the hell is it going through our vents? We need to get rid of that. Where's it going? That made a lot of sense to me, too.
And honestly, one scumbag creeping through the vents, a single cop ought to be able to handle it. Especially in a
Yep.
police station. I mean, come on. Especially if you got a drop on him, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, there was a lot learned. As far as the badass point, I don't think Anton should get that. Maybe the roleplay point for him on that one.
Hmm.
I'm okay
The
with him
badass
getting an extra point.
What?
Well, we call that the same thing, right? Roleplay / badass.
Oh no, I thought we
Yeah,
actually separated the two.
Yeah, you get it like he got 2 last time, but that was kind of one-off. So it's roleplay and badass.
Okay, roleplay wise, maybe. I can see the
I mean-
roleplay part.
If we're really, I don't know, maybe Alexander.
That's actually the two I was really thinking about for roleplay, particularly. Badass. Malkavian made badass roles, but he didn't really do anything particularly badass.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you count, I do think it's badass in game on the whole phone thing, but that wasn't me doing something badass for.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were great in character. You were pretty great in character there during that time.
Actually, I think it's a good point. Alexander did do a good job of trying to sort through the fuckery of the random Nosferatu just dicking him around quite deliberately.
That too.
So you know what? Sure, let's say that it goes to Jackalor this time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think he did the most for roleplay. And I don't think anyone really deserves a badass point per se.
mm-hmm. Failing upwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels sometimes.
So I wonder, which of you will be the first to start worshipping the gazebo and begging it for dark favors?
No idea.
Probably not me.
Might
Just
be the
because it
Malkavian.
doesn't make a lot of logical sense.
Alexander, the way is open. They do not suspect.
I won't be worshipping the gazebo. I know, considering my intelligence record, I would probably know what the fuck, how bad of an idea that would be.
Maybe. Maybe not. But yeah. I think it was pretty fun, and I think I tried to stay in character as much as I could.
Mm-hmm.
I did really point out that, yeah, a lot of his bullshit talk is really him just enjoying the bullshit talk. Although some of it is actually, not just bullshit talk. He just ends up slipping into it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Can't really trust those brooms.
Nope. You never know when negotiations might go sour.
You essentially did the Hunger Games thing to them. You made them sacrifice their firstborn.
Yes.
That is not a good way to build a lasting peace, I think.
No, if the Romans could do it, so can we.
Every broom can earn citizenship after service.
Yes. You know what? If I ever need to break a broom for a steak, that will be his justification.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording here. I think this is a good place to wrap up.